up, guys? It's been a long time, but we're back, and we are in the beautiful backcountry, right by Three Finger Jack. Way back out behind Camp Sherman, and it's 93 degrees today, so we're gonna take it nice and slow. We're gonna drink lots of water, and we're gonna get this Porsche out of this ditch. I don't know if you guys can see how far down that is. It's about a 20 to 30 foot drop right here down into the water. So I want to show you guys how sketchy this is. It's absolutely the sketchiest. Oh, got a bad knee right now. Bear with me. So, this back passenger tire is in the air, right? You can see water down below 15, 20 feet. This front tire is barely hanging on, and then the front passenger is totally gone. So this thing can go over at any minute, and that's exactly what we don't want. This looks like it's a pretty expensive car. So what we're gonna do is we brought chainsaws, we're gonna cut all of this out, clear it all out. We're not just gonna winch this thing up. We're gonna make sure we got a nice clean workspace. Probably do about an hour's worth of cutting, and then we can reassess, and really once we got an idea of really what's going on, we'll hook up our winches and get winching. Ask me what kind of bar oil I got in here.
What kind of bar oil you got in there?
ATF. So I forgot the bar oil. ATF was all we had. Woo! It's hot. What you reading, Maggie?
Reading a book.
Reading a book. It is hot out here. I'm taking a little well-deserved break. Swamping for myself. It's tough work, but we don't want to damage this Porsche. We want to keep her in good condition. I think that's good enough. All right, well, I swamped as much as I'm gonna. So I'm gonna take another little break, and we're gonna hook it up. We're gonna get it out. Whew. All right, so the plan is to run a snatch block, to put a snatch block on that from this winch. So we're gonna double up on this one and then just run a straight line on this one. Most of the power I want coming from here, and then I want this guy helping. Yeah. Hope we're gonna have enough for a snatch run. That's pretty far.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna have enough.
Do you have an extension?
I do have an extension, yeah. Yeah, maybe it's best we use the extension. Get it?
So what happened with the winch extension?
So the winch extension is just not long enough to go around this loop. So if we use the extension, we would only be able to winch like 5 or 6 feet before this hits the snatch block. So we're gonna do a straight winch with both winches first. Once we're up a little bit more stable, then we can readjust and go from there.
This red line is something that they had set up on their own. So we're gonna just leave that for now.
Soft shot. All right, Maggie. I'm gonna get the radios ready, and then I want you sitting in that Land Rover, foot on the brakes. And we're back, and it's the next day. I don't know where we left off, but I damn near died yesterday from heat stroke. So we gave Casey a call to get his big wrecker out here. Our 2 trucks, 16,000 pounds, just wasn't enough. So we called in the big guns, and check this out.
I can't thank you enough for helping us with this. Like, it means a lot.
I'm pretty much just a standard by today. I was probably pretty close to dying yesterday.
What?
You know, we had water, we took breaks. When we got home last night, I was like delirious.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just have to go to bed. And I passed out immediately on the verge of delirium.
Yeah, that's how many butterflies do.
It's like, so they just literally were on my leg for like 15 minutes.
So what's the story on this Porsche? You wanna?
Yeah, this it's a 2008. It's a Cayenne S, and I've had it for a year since October, and I've taken it cross country before to Utah. I've wheeled in Utah, wheeled in Moab, also Colorado.
What trails did you do in Moab?
Dude, we did Hell's Revenge. It's like you're on Mars. It's my first time. That's really what it felt like.
How'd the Porsche do?
It's great. It's very slept on. It's the last generation that has a true 2-speed transfer case.
Okay.
So it has an actual low range, and the traction control system is like super advanced for its time. I've 2-wheeled it all the time, and it'll still crawl.
Okay.
Super capable. I will say the Flex is not like your Toyota or your Jeep.
I bet it lifts wheels like nothing. Yeah.
It's like a pontoon boat is what a lot of people say. But as far as armor and everything, I mean, all the stuff I've bought, everything that I've done to work on it is through a company called Eurowise, and they do like
Eurowise?
Yeah, Eurowise.
Where are they out of?
They're in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
They're in Charlotte, and they pretty much are the leading like company that does everything for this platform. They also do Audi. They do every Porsche you can think of as far as off-road.
Well, we're gonna put their equipment literally to the test and see how it protected your Porsche.
I've towed some really heavy stuff as well with that hitch. It's straight bolted to the frame, so should be fine. The vehicle only weighs about 6,200 pounds.
62.
Everything done to it.
So does it have locking differentials, or is it like one of these smart ABS controlled?
Good question. The traction control, if I turn it off, will still kick in, but it's smart enough to where if you stay on the pedal, the computer will actually like decide which wheel to give power.
Okay.
I can lock the center diff, which really helps for the 50-50. You can put in they do make lockers for the front and rear, and then after that it's a monster. Like,
I bet.
It doesn't have to think at all, and it just goes, but lots of people don't actually do the locker retrofit because the traction control system's that good.
Gotcha.
I love answering any questions about it. It's got quite a bit done to it, and it's been good. It's about 130,000 miles on it now.
V8?
It's a V8.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna go move that sleeve back to this brush.
Up and down on this trail.
Does it need to be a neutral or anything, like parking brake off, anything like that?
Not right now.
Okay.
He's probably just gonna pick it up just a little bit, and then once it's up here, he'll probably shift it and start messing with the tires and stuff. But I think he just wants to get get enough tension on it to get it up out of that danger
Yeah,
zone
I
before
understand.
doing that stuff. I mean, this truck right here could pick this whole thing up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a big boy, 30 ton.
That's insane.
I actually reached out to Casey before I even said yes to you.
Really?
Between, yeah, because we were on the phone a couple times. So I messaged him as soon as I got the video, and I was like, hey Casey, just a heads up, there's this Porsche out here, just in case you're interested. You know, you're better equipped. And so I didn't get his response back until yesterday when we were coming down at the end of the
Bring
day.
that back a little bit to see if that loosens up, and then I can pull that off.
Okay.
The worst part about this creek is that it's not accessible.
Loosen up that safety strap they put and get it free. Then we'll try to work it off that stump, get it in a little safer spot, and then we can pull it up this trail here. Everybody says I need to carry a chainsaw with me, but I don't have to, and Miguel just comes up first and does all the work.
I got 2 chainsaws ready to go if you need them.
I'll save that stuff for you.
Last night was brutal too with traffic because everybody was leaving Round
Seriously?
Lake.
it was
Oh
Sunday,
yeah.
huh? That's my fear is I'm going to swing it and make that tighter before it comes back.
Yeah, you know it's hung up pretty good if the whole back end is picked up and it's just swinging, but not coming backwards even a little bit.
That's what I'm saying about the wheel.
Mhm.
I feel like the wheel is.
Yeah, that's more movement than we could even get yesterday. It was pulling both of our trucks down, so we didn't have the advantage of being able to pick up. Exactly, yeah. So that wrecker is just taking all the tension off the rear end, but we were just pulling this way.
A little bit different than snow recovery.
Winching anybody out, pulling anybody out, snow's so slippery.
That's right. That's good. That makes sense.
I have big tires, I can air down to nothing, where most of our recoveries are, people are not airing down to 0.
That makes sense.
So we just have that massive advantage of being able to go wherever we want in the snow.
I feel like after this, it's definitely going to jack the suspension up.
Hopefully you can drive it on out of here.
Yep.
I mean, that was best case scenario. If you can drive on out of here, your wife should hook you up.
There's no way the tie rod's not getting jacked up right now. There's no freaking way.
Yeah, and the fact that it's still not really coming back, it's just moving sideways. I'm so glad he's got his big wrecker out here.
Yeah.
That yellow strap that's next to you and those soft straps. And the remote.
All right, I'm going down to my truck getting some water for this North Carolina fella, David. But yeah, it looks like that car was hung up pretty good. Casey's got the 30-ton wrecker on it, and the whole back picked up and shifted over, but it's still not moving backwards. So yeah, it's no wonder why my 2 trucks with 24,000 pounds of force wasn't really doing the trick. Casey's got his 30-ton on there, picking it up and pulling it back, and it's still getting kind of hung up. But I'm sure that wrecker would, you know, if Casey wanted to, he could just rip it right up. But for the time being, just taking it nice and slow and trying not to damage this Porsche. That is a nice wrecker though. The only thing that would make this wrecker better, in my opinion, is if it was a 6x6. It's a 6x4, so it doesn't have a front axle with a differential. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But other than that, this thing is nice. Needs a front differential, Casey.
David, is it on?
Not yet.
Oh,
Oh, there she
there it
is.
is.
Sounds like it has oil.
All day, and I was started talking to him about what was going on with him. And back at my place, that's kind of the way here. We help people when they need help.
Yeah, a lot of the calls we get, by the time we get there, somebody's already helping them and they're already out or whatever. Nice.
I'm gonna go right through that pile there. You clear that brush or no?
A lot of it was cleared, and I cleared this area and then down there too. Like all this stuff here, I moved over because what I was worried about was some of this stuff coming up and piercing a brake line or something.
Yeah.
And this kid's trying to drive to North Carolina.
Oh, you're just gonna come right through here.
Yeah, now that he's off the lift, this truck right here should be able to pull it. That looks like a 12,000 pound winch, so that's just as strong as mine.
Yeah.
And like now that he's, not hung up anymore, this truck should be able to just roll that truck up, no problem.
You just use the wrecker as a safety line while you switch it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know this kid. I met him yesterday, dude.
Let's go.
That thing sounds good. Like, bro, that thing sounds like very healthy.
All right, we got Casey's truck repositioning. So now this truck's off that lip, not on the ledge anymore. So this 12,000 pound Apex should be able to pull this up, no problem.
I did all my red toy classes since training. The guy was so chill during training. He's like, yeah, usually they want you like when you look at a hill, you're like judge distance or whatever, and he's.
The good thing about those lines are it's also synthetic cable, so it's not steel digging into the paint.
It's like Yankum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are Yankum, actually.
Oh, they are?
Yep.
Okay. I've used that for pulled so many buddies out.
The podcast I did in Ben's shop was actually for Yankum ropes because Yankum just had started that podcast.
Yeah.
I think it was like 1 or 2 years ago. This right here, or if he's going to end up going up that way, I'm not sure. My plan was to get him up that way, to get his front up this way and then just turn him up that way. it's a little steep. This is a little steep to be pulling him up sideways. If he's gonna come up this, he would have to come pretty much straight up, which is why I kind of cleared that area so I could just pull him up that way instead of going up this really steep spot. Nice, yeah, they're coming straight up.
You want to try that? Let me pull you back a little farther so that you turn all the way passenger, and we'll kick over some and see if you can drive over to here. Do you want to just sit in that and put your foot on the brake? Yeah. Hold your foot on the brake. All right. All right, go ahead and give a little reverse. Grab his front end with that truck right where it's
I'm sure you could, yeah.
Let's do that. Okay. Go ahead and put it in park for a second. Yeah, I was thinking of moving this one over there, and I looked over, oh, I have the giant wrecker sitting right there. Let's do that.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. I cannot believe I'm like in this position right now.
I'm gonna check the damage.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. Everything looks intact. Tires have air. I don't see anything dripping or anything. Tires look like they're pointing in the same direction.
Our shop burned down, and I had 4 bikes in there: a 250R, a 2017 KTM 250 that was bored out to 300. It's a 2-stroke, but insurance wouldn't cover all that. That's how I got into this truck. I took money from the sled that I just bought, that I got from insurance, and then whatever else I got, and then threw it into that truck. And then they only paid me enough for the 3 bikes that I had for enough for one. But I was like, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna get the biggest dirt bike I can get. I like 2-strokes, that's my thing. But I'm thinking very strongly about getting a sport bike.
I would get a dual sport.
Is that tire flat?
Doesn't look like it.
There's one on the other side that it was in such an angle, it looked like it was like straight up debeated.
They could have burped out some air. That happens a lot where it doesn't fully debead and it just burps out air.
Yeah.
You're just gonna drive on out?
Yeah.
Nice.
This is crazy. Like, I wonder if it happened yesterday or the day before. I'm gonna pull this out of your rig. All right.
There you go, buddy. Take a quick walk around. I do see a stick hanging down up here. There is a sensor that got ripped down.
That's what it was originally.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what it was.
Oh,
Dude, I cannot thank you. Great driving.
this has a nice interior, man.
Thanks, yeah.
That looks really nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Right. Dude, I cannot thank you.
I can't believe this thing isn't damaged.
There's like nothing wrong. Almost looks like that's yeah. But it could be the way you're sitting. Dude, no, this is like pretty much exactly where it was. That's how it sits. Okay.
That's the only little bit that I see.
I can pop that door. No, that was like that already. Oops. Dude, is there like nothing wrong?
Is there not a dent on this thing? Now it's like the Where's Waldo. Where's
the damage?
Hey, there's no leaks or
It's not leaking
anything.
That's awesome.
I cannot believe that.
For where that thing was sitting, like
Nah, yeah.
now
like,
that it's
literally.
out of there and go look at that back up.
Yeah.
That right there is the cliff edge, and you were well over it.
Literally barely there.
Like right there. I was guessing, oh, it's like 15 feet drop off down to the water. I think I was short on that. A little bit.
It's a ways down.
It's too big.
I flew my drone down here. I'm like, that's a drop. That is
Yeah,
a
it's
straight
sheer
drop.
cliff, yeah. You were beyond the edge of the cliff.
It's crazy.
You're lucky it's so freshy.
Yeah.
I think that's what just saved you.
That's right, I agree.
Well, there you go. Hope you guys like this recovery. Thanks, Casey Liddell. Couldn't have done it without you. I didn't do anything today. I just sat back and filmed. You ain't getting stuck. You ain't trying hard enough. See you guys later. Can't believe this thing is not damaged. June 9th, and we got another snow recovery. It's 93 degrees today. We're going up to Three Creeks Lake right now at the Tampa Parker Ridge Trail, where we have what you have probably already guessed, a Subaru stuck in the snow. Nothing new to this page, a Subaru stuck in the snow, but here we go. Stay tuned. Red Lover. Well, that's not bad at all. All right, if you want to roll that window down, go ahead, throw it in reverse.
Yep.
And then just take your foot off the brake.
Yep.
Go ahead, give it just a little bit, and then kind of move your steering wheel back and forth. Perfect, hold on right there. Let me just grab this winch line. There you go, nice and slow, keep coming. Perfect, I'm gonna stop you on there. I'll unhook and get my truck out of the way. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you.
Yep. So this morning, I was assisting Casey Liddell on an off-road recovery in 90-degree heat. And then this afternoon, went home, took a nap. And this afternoon, right now, I just did a snow recovery. So, yeah, not a bad day. About to take a dip in this beautiful lake that I named my business after. Three Creek Lake, here it is. Woo, this snow is cold. I guess I'm not surprised. I guess it's getting my feet ready for the cold water, because this water is going to be probably 35, 40 degrees. Woo! Woo! There you go, what a day. Recovery with Casey Liddell and the Heavy Wrecker in the morning. Dipping at Three Creek Lake in the snow in the afternoon. Not a bad day, huh? Not a bad day. We're gonna stay here for a while.